Hey everybody, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. It's Crafters TV, Wednesday. My name's Ben Moseby, halfway through the week already. It's the 4th of December. Hope life is treating you well. Hope you're good. Hope you are looking forward to a fantastic day. We've got a fun day lined up for you actually, as we always do here at Crafters TV. Lots to bring to you. A little bit later on tonight, live at 5. The return of Beautiful Beginnings. Yes, a show jam-packed full of ideas, inspiration, and also a particular show for beginners, hence the name. So if you are someone who's fairly new, and maybe, I hope you don't, but maybe you sort of watch these shows and you think, oh, I daren't ask a simple question during masterclass. If you feel like that, you shouldn't. But if you do, Beautiful Beginnings is the show to jump in and ask those beginnery questions, and we're there to answer those for you. Tonight on Beautiful Beginnings, we will be looking at things like the Nature's Garden Kingfisher collection. We've got Arabian Nights on the show, and our hero tool is the desk vacuum. That's all to come later. This show, masterclass, we're going to be looking at the Home for Christmas collection from Violet Studios, but there's lots of other goodies in the show as well, including the liquid watercolours. We've also got Christmas sentiment frames, stamps and dies. We've got shaker tags. There's loads on the show. if there's anything you want to ask questions about that you've seen on the Shop the Show, please fire them in, because once again, Craig has got lots of stuff he's happy to get on with, lots of stuff he's happy to show you, but masterclass shows are all about you getting involved and asking the questions that you want to ask. So please feel free to fire those questions in. And also, just before we say hello to the little crafty elf himself, 2 things to tell you about. Got loads on the website currently, loads of great deals. We've got our Christmas shopping section for you, so if you're looking for some last-minute Christmas gifts, there's a section dedicated to that. Also, it is our 12 days of Craftmas continuing. Hopefully you took advantage of the triple points yesterday. That's finished, bad news, but good news. Day 2 today, we've got a code for you. We've got a code, 5 off, yeah? 5 off. FIVEOFF, 5 off. Basically, you get 5 off when you spend 30. Use that code. Again, that is show wide. It's show wide, is it? Oh, it's a category on the website. Oh, there's a category on the website as well. But just the best thing to do, as I always say, if you're not sure, when you've shopped, if you spent over 30, just type in 5 off. I got 5 on it. And hopefully you'll get 5 off your shop. The other thing to mention too, just so that I've remembered everything, we've still got that brilliant 3 for 2 deal on selected kits, those fan art kits that we showed you last night. You know, Superman, Batman, Joker, Harlequin and the rest. So do have a look at those. They have been selling like hotcakes since we showed that last night on Launch Party. So if you're looking for perfect Christmas gifts, then check those out. I'll say a few hellos to you in just a few moments' time, but from me, the crafty Santa Claus, Santa Claus is coming to town. It's time to go over the other side of the studio and say hello to Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Oh, no, there's no Robin Hood, is it? It's not Robin Hood, it's...
Buddy the Elf.
Oh, Buddy the Elf.
Of course it is. Silly Billy. It's going to be Robin Hood. Yes, dead promise. You guys want to see Buddy the Elf jumper? So we've got our Buddy the Elf jumper on right now. Where's my mic gone?
Can we not hear him?
It's right there.
Ah.
It's right there. There we go. That's where my mic is. I think my mic has disappeared. Can you hear me all right? There. Oh, well, anyway, yes, we're all mic'd up. We're all ready to go. Yes, so we're going to be actually, do you know what, Ben? We're going to be having a look at some of our Violet Studio items. But what we're also going to do is we're going to have a look at our shaker tags.
Yep.
We've got a couple of these ones. We're going to play with the actual stocking, but you've got your Santa Claus where you can create your shakers. We're going to have a look at the liquid watercolours with these Christmas sentiment dies here as well. Just a few ideas that you can get creative with. You can bring in your folders, your inks, you can bring in your die cuts. You can use all of these different things when it comes to your crafty stash at home. So it's going to be a really fun masterclass. It is, of course, dedicated to, of course, Christmas time, because that's what it's all about.
You're getting too hot, aren't you? Getting too hot.
When it comes to this show, it's a little bit hot.
Oh dear, little Buddy the Elf. A few quick hellos and then we'll have a look at this kit we're going to look at. Radical Rakes on the socials this morning with Barbara Dawson. He says hi. Hi. Janice Watson says hi everyone. Hi. Christine Mahoney says good morning, afternoon everyone. Freezing cold in upstate New York. Brrr, he said. How cold's cold? We got about 2 degrees here today, I think. It was cold this morning when I was up at 6:45 out for me Wednesday weight session. Crystal Hodges says, good morning, everyone. Morning. Laughing Gravy says, good morning, all. Have a great show. We'll try. PB Brewer Martin says, good morning from a 26-degree GA. Hi to Ben, Craig, the entire CC team, and every one of you. There are so many wonderful products offered on both lives today. Wow, you say. There are. Kat K Art says, hi. Hi. Hi also to Carolyn Wilson. He says, good morning from chilly Florida. Love your jumper, Ben. Thank you. Cat Butts in.
Hey, Cat Butt Controls!
Saying hi, Ben, Craig, team, and Crafties, and with an X and an O. That's a kiss and a hug. And PB Brewer Martin says, great jumpers, boys. I love the spirit. Yes, we are full of the festive spirit, or full of something, anyway.
You've taken the words right out of my mouth.
Shall we have a look at this kit? Let's show you the picture of the Violet Studios kit. Craig's got it all, and we're going to unbox this in just a second. Value for money on this is insane, right? It's £80 worth of crafty goodies pretty much, and you're $100, give or take 9 cents. The platinum price today on this is 28 quid or 36 bucks. 5 off code, of course, on any shop over 30, just throwing that in there. All of the individual elements on the screen there, and what Craig is going to show you in just a second, you can get individually, but the best way to go is in this collection. You've got things like a decoupage pad in there, you've got cards and envelopes, there's stickers. Craig will show you all of these. There's frames, tags and twine. These kits are absolutely brilliant. As we were playing with something similar the other day, Craig and I, and they're great for quick makes. They're great for kind of beginner crafters as well, because you've got everything there, in all of the boxes that you're going to get. And a really lovely kit to have, I think, if you want to do some crafting with the little ones. Maybe the kids or the grandkids are looking to get involved. There's loads of stuff in here which I think they will love to play with. So it's a great kit for everyone to craft with. 9-piece selection, but as you're about to see, you get a load for that £28 or 36 bucks. Let's have a look through this, because I feel as much as Craig's got lots of demos to do, it's probably going to take him about half an hour to show you what you get, because you get tons for your money, don't you?
You get tons. I've purposely kept it off the screen at the moment. So you've seen that picture there. Does not do it justice, Ben. So you said 9 pieces, but that 9-piece equates to all of that. Look at all of that. Your packets, your boxes, all of that are in here. So let's start off. You've got your little stickers. Now these ones, Ben, these are going to be good for your Christmas presents, so you can stick them on with the Christmas presents. 36 of your round stickers there, but some of them you're going to be able to write your to and from on there. But where it comes with the with love and the card, the truck, Ben, pop that onto a bit of cardstock and then bring in your nesting dies. Those are great little toppers for your mini cards, or use them as your envelope seals. But 36 of those that you're getting. Then you're getting another 10-piece here. So this one here, 10 sheets of all of these stickers. Look what you're going to be getting here when it comes to more of the trucks. These are a little bit smaller than what you've seen within these ones here. I'm saying 10-piece. It's 100 pieces. It's 100 individual stickers that you've got there. So you've got the trucks, the presents. So the same way, Ben, use them as envelope seals, or use them as a way just to stick on your little pieces of cardstock. Use your die cut dies and create your little toppers in there, or do 3 in a row, mini little 4x6 card. You can do all these little mini cards. This is great. You know the kiddies at school that send out loads of cards. Little 4x4 card, little mat and layer, stick that in the middle, that's it, done. So you've got 100 round stickers in there. Then we're going to be giving you your 13-piece tag with the twine. So you've got your tags, you've got your twine here. So if we open these ones up, you've got your reel of your red and white twine, and then look at the tags that you've got. Now I'm going to say the same with the stickers here. You don't have to use these as tags. These are going to be great for toppers on your card. You can still thread the twine through if you want, and still a really good topper. Or you've got your driving home for Christmas. Use them for the tags for your presents. Use them for the tags for your presents, and then stick them onto your present with the actual stickers and the twine there. So tying it all together, uncoated. So what you'll find, Ben, on the show today, we've also got our glitter glues. Come along with your glitter glues and add them in. Add a little bit of maybe your metallic inks. You can do that. But you've got all of those in total. You've got your 13-piece, 12 tags, 1 reel of your twine. Then we're going to be giving your 6x6 card blanks. So you've got 10 card blanks and 10 envelopes. What's really good with these, well, actually I've got my set open here, Ben. What's really good with these ones is if I go straight to the envelopes, look at the envelopes. Isn't that great? So what to do, Ben? Chop all that excess. So me personally, I would use my white envelopes I've got at home, chop all this excess off. There is a topper that you've got.
Frame topper.
Come along with maybe something like one of these in the middle. There's your card.
Cute.
Done. Really, really cute. A little bit of glitter glue if you want to. So me personally, I wouldn't necessarily be using these as the envelopes to put the cards in, because they're really, really pretty as they are. But then you've got your card blanks here, in there, right in there, maybe put a little insert. 'Tis the season to be jolly. You've got 3 of them. You've got fa la 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 la. Doesn't quite say it that long, but you've got your fa la 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 in there. Whereas you've got that one, the 3 of them are in there, uncoated. So maybe as well, Ben, instead of using it as a card blank, nesting dies, cut it out. Matt and Laird dies, cut it out. That could be at the base, do a shaker over the top if you want.
That's what's so nice about this already, is like you as an experienced crafter are looking at this and thinking what else you can do with it. But if you're a beginner, simply just use it as a card blank.
Exactly. This one, so this one here, this is the only one where you get 4, not 3. Decoupage these. Start to do your fussy cutting, start to decoupage them up. You've got all that as extra, and the background is extra. The scene set, come with your snowman dies if you want to, and then start to build that on the base because they're uncoated. So you've got them in there. So in total, with these ones, you're going to be getting your 10 card blanks with your 10 envelopes. So that's them. Then you're going to be getting your little thick card chipboard frames. So you've got 8 of these in here. Now you've got 2 designs. So what you're going to find with this Home for Christmas range, this whole lot, it's all themed and it's all tied together. So if I then bring that in there, what about that there?
Oh, it's really good.
With your little sentiment in the middle, or a little photo in there. There's a memory book page. Put it onto something, Ben, like a red piece of 12 by 12, there's your scrapbook page done. So you've still got lots of ways in which you can use them out with, or of course, just use them plain straight on to your cards. That's in there. So you've got all 8 of those, and just say they are self-adhesive as well. Then we're going to be going into our 8 by 8 decoupage topper pad, 24 sheets. These are all 200 GSM. Now these are exactly that. These are decoupage, Ben. So I'm going to bring it in again. What about using that as the envelope front, start to build your decoupage on the top there, use your own white envelopes, there's your card blank done. You've got all these additional ones here. This one, Ben, chop it in half, then pop that on a card blank, there's 1 card. Pop that on another card blank, there's 2. Use your decoupage on that one there.
Great
so then you're starting to then get more for your money. It's already exceptional at 28 quid or $36. These are all numbered, so you know which one goes where. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got little tags in there. Scenes are in there that you can start to build up. You've got your presents in there. Tell you what we do, Ben, when we come back and we do a demo, let's use this, and we'll show you how simple it is to take it that little bit further.
I still hope you use some of the envelopes to send, because I would love to receive a card in an envelope like that. Don't use them all as toppers.
Well, no, or I tell you what, I'll maybe just send you the envelope, Ben. There you go. That'll keep you happy.
Nothing in it.
Nothing in it.
What a beautiful envelope.
Now, within this one here, you're going to get a great big selection of goodies. So let's open it up.
Are you sure this is all for 28 quid?
Yes,
This seems incredible.
Getting it all. This is what I mean by that 9-piece on the screen. It's kind of a little bit deceiving, isn't it? Because you're going to get your satin ribbons. Now, these ones are 1 metre in length. You're getting 5 of them. These ones being satin ribbon. You've then got your 1 metre in length twine. So you've got your deep green and red. You've got your light green. You've got your red. Sorry, that's white there, not red. You've got your brown. You've got your grey in there as well. So you're getting them. You're getting more of your stickers that you can see here.
Wow.
You're getting washi tape.
Nice.
What a great way to use the washi tape. If you're ever unsure, you know our new vellum sentiment strips. All the way that we've been showing you how to use them, use your washi tape in the same way. Great way.
Whenever I see washi tape, I think of you creating those cool backgrounds where you can go strip and then strip and then strip and strip. That's a brilliant way to use those, isn't it?
Great way to do exactly the same with these. Create, of course, your backdrop, your strips of backdrop with all of your little pom-poms. 36 pom-poms are in there. That's there. And then you're getting another pack of the tag. So it's just another one of that one that you've already seen. More than enough for all of your Christmas presents, or of course, all of your toppers, should you wish to use them. Beautifully wrapped, beautifully boxed, and beautifully packaged. But we're not there.
What?
We are going to be giving you all of this as well. This has got over 400 elements inside, Ben. So let's delve into this one.
What? I can't believe this.
You're getting all of this. You're getting 28 of your card toppers here. So you've got all the images of the tree, fa la 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 la. You've got your presents, you've got your truck in there as well. Look at your alphabets, 210 stickers, all within your alphabet there, so you can personalise them. Same font and colour through this whole Home for Holidays, Home for Christmas range. Another pack of the 100 stickers. You're getting 14 clear stamps in here. So do your own stamping, your own colouring, do all your own different scene building with your masking sheets. That's in there. We're giving you all of these pom-poms in here as well. So it's another 36. That's in there. Then we're going to be giving you this. Now, mine is already open here. So this is your 6x6 paper pad. You've got 12 designs, 180 GSM. Not only that, you've got your toppers. You've got multiple sheets of your toppers in there. So if we start to flick through them, single-sided, uncoated, so all themed for the holidays there. You've got your presents, you've got your trees and the trucks. Some of these you're going to be able to use for all throughout the year, not just for Christmas time. Christmas trees, which reminds me of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That was on last night, caught the end of it again.
Oh, was it?
You've got your holly and ivy, you've got your sentiment Home for Christmas, Merry Christmas. You've then got your red and your white stripes there. All of these, certainly these are going to tie in with the round stickers I've showed you. Your snowfalls in there, your fa la 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 backdrop in there. Just go along, cut strips, Ben. Add them to your cards if you want to. So that's in there. And then you're getting another pack of the card blanks with the envelopes. That's in there. So all of that is included. We want more?
There's not.
There is more.
There's not more.
There, not only, Ben, is there more, what about over 550 pieces?
Not only over 550 pieces. Wow, look at all the stuff in there.
All of that. I'm not going to open, do you know what? I'm going to open it, but not the packets.
Can I just show you? These are flying. We've got less than 50 chances to buy these now. I'm not surprised people are getting these.
We've got more of your wooden frames, more of your twine. You've got green, pink, red, mini pom-poms. You've got gems in there. You've got buttons in there. Card blanks are in there. You've got green, you've got brown, and then you've got red. You've got your envelopes. You've got your foam pads. You've got more of your alphabet stickers, more of your stickers here, individual stickers. You're going to be getting all of these pattern paper sheets as well. I am going to open them just to show you, because these we've not seen so far. Look at all of these, Ben. All of these are going to match the 6x6, but of course they're larger. I'll give you the actual size, because these are 9.5 by 6 3/4. So you've got these full sheets. All of that, every single item, every single box, every single component I've just shown you, you're getting for 28 quid or $36. This is going to last you 2 years, maybe more, if that. You can keep using it year after year, but all of that, everything that was in that box, everything that was in there, you've got your topper pads, you've got your tags, you've got your cards, you've got your frames, you've got your stickers, you've then got your tags, and then your individual pack of stickers. That is everything that you're getting. That is bonkers.
I cannot believe the value that you're getting there. About, I think we've got 50 of these left. So 50 people are going to get potentially the bargain of the week, probably the month right here, all of that. And as Craig says, that 9-piece, if you were just reading that on the screen, the 9-piece selection, 28 quid, not bad. But for everything you get there for that price, absolutely incredible. And think about this, if you are someone perhaps who's got kids or grandkids, you know, you get to that point sort of in the next week or so, isn't it? How long have they got left at school? A couple of weeks? You know, and kids, particularly primary school age, love to be able to have cards to give to their friends. What a brilliant way to be able to make the cards with the kids, sitting down, have an evening, making a load of cards, and the kids can make tons and tons of cards for their friends at school. It's a great way to get them crafting, and they'll have the best cards then, won't they, to hand out to the rest of the kids at school. This is an adorable card kit, says Sarah. And Sarah says, oh my, you get all of these kits. Yes, to reiterate, you get everything Craig has just shown you for that ridiculous price. It's bonkers. And don't forget, whack that code in as well, 5 off 30 spend. So if you are in the US, you've got that 30 spend. If you're platinum in the UK, you just need to spend another £2. This is an adorable kit, says Sarah. Great classroom gift for a teacher and kiddos, says PB Brewer Martin. High school kids love to make these kind of things. Exactly, just like the little ones do. Perfect for bringing smiles. And Kirsty D says, I got the Home for Christmas card making kit for my nephew so he can make his own Christmas cards for school. Rebecca says, I've purchased this collection and used the 5 off. Yes. So it works. Yeah, so it works. £24, you say, bargain. Go now, fast as you can. Use that code 5 off to get it for even more of a bargain. And whilst you're there, what about getting one of the must-have tools of the year? In fact, so much of this year's must-have tool. It's been crowned tonight and today, the hero tool. Yes, we are talking, of course, about your desk vacuum. The mystery of where Vernon has gone still continues. However, this year, I don't know where he's gone. I know Michael sent in a hat for Vernon, a little Christmas hat. I want to put it on him. I don't know where he's gone. But this is imposter Vernon. You'll get one exactly like this, but without the googly eyes. You can stick googly eyes on if you want. But what's so brilliant about this is that you've got the ability to be able to vacuum up all of those bits and pieces, like the little bits potentially that you get from your die cuts that are hard to pick up. You can use your vacuum to pick those up. Little bits of glitter that might get everywhere. Little bits and pieces of your gilding flakes that might get everywhere. Use this also at the dinner table. I know loads of you, when we first launched these, said you bought multiples of them so that you could have one for the craft room, one for the dining room. You were getting them for the kids as well, so they can kind of, vacuum up all of the mess that they might make wherever they go. 2 settings. So there's your little button on the front there. 1, 2, and you can kind of hear that. It's more powerful. So there's 1. And 2, and you simply move it around with the little brushes on the bottom there. It'll pick up all the bits and pieces for you, all the debris, and then when you need to empty it, simply a case of just unscrewing the bottom. All the dirt and debris will collect in there and you can simply pour it away. What is so great about this too is that you get a little attachment which you can pop into the bottom. It's like a little crevice tool, if you like, really. I think that would be particularly good to vacuum your keyboard, your computer keyboard, baby. You get loads of bits and pieces in there, don't you? If you eat your dinner at your computer, you can vacuum all of those bits and pieces out. And what is genius about this is that it is all chargeable off your USB cable. So you can pop one end into your vacuum there. The other end is just your standard USB. So you can charge this off your plugs that you've got at home. Maybe you've got the plug sockets that already have the USB chargers on. But if you've got a Gemini 2, you've got the 3 USB charging points. So you can also charge your desk vacuum off the back of your G2 as well. You even, always forget to show you this, you get a little brush to clean your vacuum as well. Busy for these today. Great little Christmas gift. I think for crafters and for non-crafters as well. A desk vacuum for anyone to take to their workplace, I think, is absolutely brilliant. Exceptional price on this today as well. So normally £19.99, £24.99. £12.79 is your platinum price here, or if you're in the US, it's $15.99 as your platinum price. Get these whilst we've got them at that super price, and make sure that all of your crafty area is nice and tidy. Masterclass time, so let's get some inspiration off Craig. Any questions that you've got when it comes to this collection, please ask. Anything else that you spotted on the show that you want to ask about, please fire those questions in. We need the questions during a masterclass, because if we don't get any, we get told off, you see, at the end. It's like, why didn't you get any questions? So help us out. Anything you want to ask, get the questions in. And don't forget this as well, 5 off a 30 spend with the code 5 off. That's all you need to do. And we've already heard that it works on this. So fill your boots. Less than 50 remaining. I mean, Craig, the only problem you've got when you've got a set like this with hundreds upon hundreds of different elements is where on earth do you start?
That's it. You've got options. Some like to open the whole entire lot over the craft desk, the floor, the kitchen table. Some like to go into little sections and work in little sections. And it's a really good point you've just actually made there, Ben. Just don't overwhelm yourself with it. If you feel as though you're getting overwhelmed, just take maybe a box and then maybe one of the tags or something like that. Make it kind of nice, small, neat and easy for yourself. And then maybe start to pick up, because you've got absolutely loads. But let's go in. We're going to be using the decoupage pad, of course, because being my favourite. But before then, let's have a look, because we'll use the decoupage pad with these ones here. So me being, you know, experienced crafter, what I would do, Ben, is I would chop these up.
Yeah.
So even just taking off that spine there, because what that's going to give me is a large topper, and then I've got that background now that I can also build my layers onto. So there's 2 cards. Then even this one here, if I take that one and do exactly the same. Now, of course, when it comes to the back, you're left white, but still, it's your high quality Violet Studios white card. There's another 2 cards. And then this one here, if we do the same, chop that up, what we've then got is we've got a card blank for the top there. I mean, for that one there, Ben, if we go in with this one here, and even if all that I do is take that topper out here that says Merry Christmas, look at that.
Yeah, it's cute.
On your card blank, we've got 6x6 card. You might want to mat and layer.
Yeah.
You can do that, of course. Or, of course, Ben, if you take the actual card blank, there is your card done. Remember, you've got those little foam pads within the big kit that's included. Use them if you want to. So that's it. That's as simple as you can make it when it comes to your cards.
Glitter glue's on the show, so you might want to add some little embellishments on there as well, right?
100%. 100%. You can come along and do that. So there's 3 cards into potentially 6 cards. So let's also take this envelope here. So what I'm going to do, the envelope itself is just over 6x6. So I'm going to trim the edges here.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to look at that and then reevaluate. So I'm just going to trim it a little bit more until it's down to 5 3/4.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing it so that the edges are kind of the same width here. So let's pull that down into here and then here. And then these bits, Ben, use them. What about your white envelopes? Use them to tuck into the back. So you've got a really nice inside decorative envelope, or take them apart, die cut them, emboss them.
Almost looks like a Christmas angel, the shape you're left with there.
It does actually, yeah.
Doesn't it?
Or card blank, get your tie-dye from the mail collection. Yeah. It's like a shirt, male shirt, with the tie down there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, and just have a play with all of these little bits here.
Yeah.
Alternatively, use them to pop your card blanks straight in. But if I trim this down here, we've now taken our envelope, which is going to sit perfectly now onto my 6x6 card blank. And the great thing with this is you don't need to mat and layer, Ben, because my card blank's white, the base is white, so it's like the mat and layer's already done for you.
Yeah.
So there's your card. So we've now taken it that little step further, one step further. So we're going to then move that one out the way here. So let's bring this in.
Just to let you know, there's only 40 of these left now. I think people have suddenly realised the value and the huge amount that you get. So please, if you want these, go as fast as you can. Multi-order if you like as well. It's not one per customer. So be selfish.
But it's great, even things such as charity, Ben, craft clubs, craft crops, that sort of thing.
And the thing like you just said there, even if if you're somebody who likes to make for charity, it's an inexpensive way to kind of give back at Christmas as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
You're not spending a lot of money here to then make cards which you can give for charity, maybe sell at the local church or something like that.
That's it. And you're going to sell your card for more than £1 or $1, but let's just say you did do it at £1 or $1. Do you know what I mean? You're well and truly going to make more than the 28, that's for sure. Yeah. Or $36.
And like you said, this Christmas, next Christmas and beyond if you're frugal as well.
100%. 100%. So what we can do then is then bring in our decoupage. So we're going to go in with the 1. So it's layer 1. We're having a look at layer 2. And then you're going to take layer 2 here. So we're going to pop that in. We've then got layer 3. So we're going to take them out. And they're held in with tiny little pips, Ben. So you can easily come along and then just pop them out. We're then going to go in with your layer 4. So that one is number 4. That one is also number 4 here. So let's take that one. That's number 4 as well, because these are all going to go on one level. And then that, I think that's it from the actual decoupage. But look at that, you've still got all these extra bits that you can be using. So I'm going to come along here. I like to build my decoupage first. Now you do get your foam pads in the bundle. I'm going to use our own foam pads here. Now what I'm then going to do is you've got options here. So if I were to bring in this one here, so let's say, Ben, there is now a second card blank. Maybe you want that little bit of height, but you're not wanting too much. What you can then do is you can make your decoupage go a little bit further. So what I mean by that, let's pop that. So essentially we've got 2 card blanks here and here. So we could do layer 1 on that one. We can do layer 2 on that one. We can do layer 3 on that one. And then your layer 4, we can pop on this one here. So we're getting a little bit of height, not too much, but we've now broken it down over 2 cards.
Yeah.
You're already getting a ridiculous amount. You're making it go further. Or of course, you can do what it's designed to do, and let's just bring all these layers together. Yes, I'm using my foam pads, but if you want to, what you can do, Ben, is use your glue gel.
Yeah.
You've got that option, and I'm just going to start. I always keep the base flat, and then I pop the other ones on my foam pads, and that's what I'm going to do with this.
Love that idea as well. Hadassah, who says this Violet Studio massive collection is perfect for Christmas crafting at the nursing home care centre too. Yeah, you know, we always talk about, you know, crafting with the kids, don't we, with sets like this, but absolutely, why not in a care home? As a lot of you know, my mother-in-law is in a care home, and they have, you know, loads of afternoons where they'll get the residents together and, you know, they'll do things like this. This is a brilliant activity for something like that. So yeah, if you know someone, or if you yourself, you know, work in such a place, what a great thing. You know, and if we're talking about loads of people crafting, there is plenty in these boxes, you know, for a big group of people to sit down and craft together. What a brilliant afternoon that would be, at a very, very, you know, brilliant price. Yeah, and things like, producer Jones just said in my ear, things like, you know, the rainbows, the brownies, the scouts, the anchor boys, you know, if that's still going. They have scouts in America. They have scouts in America, don't they?
I'm sure they've got something like that.
Something like that.
It's along the lines, isn't it?
Helen says, it is beginning to feel like Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
It sure is.
Have a banana. I've wrapped my prezzies. Wow. Written my cards. Decorated my lounge, and I'm feeling very festive. May pick up some great deals today. You will not, I don't think, see a better deal than this. This is a brilliant, brilliant deal, because you're making such a huge saving, and what you're getting for 28 quid. Wow. And also, S says you probably could make treat boxes and decorate them with the coordinating embellishments with this set. You could certainly make little boxes out of the card, couldn't you?
Of course you could, yeah. Yeah, really, really good idea. It really is. And it's the fact that you're going to be able to do your cards so simply, or go to town. I mean, you can bring in your nesting dies. Yeah. Remember the craft along, Ben, with our nesting dies and the Vegas paper pad where I created the Paramount.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine doing that with these as well. You could do that. Do your easels, your twisted easels. So you're able to then absolutely go as far as you want, or keep it as simple. You know, because at Christmas we make and give, or make and sell, more cards at Christmas than any time of the year. Yeah. So you do need them to be quick. You still need them to pack a punch, but on the other hand, you need to get through them relatively quickly. And this is absolutely one of those collections that you can do that with. But if we then take our foam pads off, in case anyone wonders, the circles are from our small foam pad bundle. Okay. Let's then pop that over into there. And then we're going to go in. And because with each decoupage sheet, you get a few sheets of each, if you're like me and you love doing your fussy cutting, what you could do is you could build up the decoupage even more by taking one of the other sheets and then just chopping into it and expanding it. You're able to do that. That's a lot of fun as well. Let's just take that one. I'm then going to overlay that one. So obviously I am just going in and lining up because I'm familiar with the decoupage. But at home, you've got all the numbers next to each image. So you know what one is layer 1, you know which one is layer 2 and layer 3 and 4.
Stephanie's just said, my granddaughter would have a field day with this collection, but probably would use a whole kit on one card. Yeah, no, like kids can be like that, can't they?
Can't they?
I remember, again, I keep going on about this because it's a time of year, but a couple of years back when Sarah and I did the live stage shows, we had kits like this, and there was a section where we got couples up out of the audience to have like a live craft off. And there was one particular lady who, let's just say she'd had maybe like a few lemonades before she came to watch the show. Okay. And she did exactly that, like literally just took as much as she could out of the box and stuck it onto the card. And she also, I don't know why she did this, decided it would be a good idea. I don't know whether she did it on purpose, but some of her hair also ended up on the card as well. I wouldn't recommend using your own hair to decorate. I think you've got enough embellishments in here to not have to do that.
Exactly.
But it just goes to show that, you know, you can be as over the top with these as you want, or you can be nice and frugal if you like to. And like you said, you know, this Christmas, next Christmas, potentially the Christmas after, you'll still be crafting with this. And there's nothing to date this collection, is there? Which is
definitely
brilliant,
not.
You know,
definitely not. You can then bring it each year, and you know, okay, we've gone in with the truck there, but say next year, say your tones are maybe like browns or greens or even purples or that, you can start to theme it whatever colour you want each year. And that's the great thing about it, is it's entirely up to yourself. And then even all of these little bits you can have that are just popping out and then just sticking out. So even you've got creative play. So if you want to then add little bits, you can do that. Make it that little bit higher if you want. Make it, of course, smaller if you want. So if I just tuck them underneath there.
Sarah just said, this might sound silly, but I've never used decoupage before like this. I didn't know they had kits with different layers. We do loads of kits like this, actually.
We do, don't we?
They are a lot of fun, and as Craig's described, you know, it's a really simple form of crafting to do, but it looks brilliant, doesn't it?
It does.
Really effective.
Absolutely love decoupage. I love it. It's so much fun, and because you've got so much creative play with it, because you can go small, you can go large, you can extend it over a couple of cards if you want to, as I showed before. So we're just going to go into one of the other sheets here. And then if I take, so that one...
Oh, that one is fa la 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 la.
It is, isn't it? The full lot.
Yeah.
The full lot.
Oh.
Like that. So I'm going to overlap there.
La 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 fa la la la.
Yeah. Or L-A night. Yeah. So let's
la 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 la.
And then if you want to separate that, why not then come along and maybe do mats and layers, or go in with your inks. I'm purposely reluctant to do any additional mats and layers or inks, Ben, because I'm wanting to show you, if you've got no additional cards, you've got no inks, you don't need them. You've got everything that you need. Even the foam pads, like you say, are in that big box. You know what I'm like with my foam pads. I would recommend that you go for our actual branded foam pads. Yeah. Because one, they're bigger and they are a little bit easier to get the backing off. But at least if you are a beginner, they're in there, like so. You've already got Merry Christmas in there, so you're not needing an additional sentiment. So you've got Merry Christmas, fa la 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 la.
Or la 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 fa la la.
Or la 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 la. But then you could have popped that one in there if you wanted to. If you wanted to, you could have had on top of there, the car just in the middle there. I mean, use your decoupage, your dies, you've got that one. So we've now gone from taking 3 cards into potentially 6, 7, including the envelope. So for me, Christmas, I personally would use my white envelopes, and then I would do my envelopes, what we've done there. That one, as I said before, what I meant previously, if we pretend this is just a plain white envelope, what we can do, Ben, is we can then pop them in there and make a really nice, pretty inside coloured envelope.
Can I just ask a question? The card, the green card that says, I think, 'tis the season, which is already quite decorative. Like, if you were a beginner and just thought, right, I'm going to use that card base, like, I'm not asking you to do a demo here, but what would you do to kind of titivate that? Because in my eyes, I look at that and go, well, that's almost like a completed card anyway. But what potentially could I do with that if I was using that as my card base?
Right, very, very quickly, let's go in with, so let's have a look, where have we got, right, see these little, you've got little extras here.
Okay.
So we've got that, so we've got that. So these are all extras. These aren't taken away from the decoupage, Ben.
Yeah.
What we could do is if we take those 4, and I'm just going to chop these in half. So add in just a teeny little bit extra, nothing more, but just so that you can say that you've done something to it.
I say the reason I asked is because that is almost like a complete card in itself. So
it is.
It's good to see what else you could do to sort of titivate.
And it's really simple to titivate. What we can do, Ben, is if we take that one here, go there, let's bring that one here, and then if we add that one into, let's go that one into here. Let's take the backing off, Craig, that would help. Pop that there. Pop this one here, like so. And then, what I would do, Ben, take one of these, take 2 red ones. If I get a hold of the red ones here.
Oh, you made little holly sprigs.
Take a wet glue if you've got it. What have I got? I'll tell you what, where's our, I've got no glue gel, so what we're going to do, right, what I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to use my tape runner. When we go for a break, I'm going to change this to my glue gel.
Right.
But I'm just going to do it so it sticks for you guys to see.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Pop that there. Stick that onto 6x6 card blank.
Brilliant, yeah.
There you go, that's it. Taking those little extras, pom-poms, all included, but I would use a glue gel, which I'm away to go and do just in a moment.
Well, there you go, plenty of inspiration there for you, and I think it's great to see that if you just do take the card blanks, there's ways for you to be able to kind of decorate those up, but as Craig's shown you as well, taking card blanks, cutting them in half, using them as toppers, you know, cutting the envelopes up, using those as toppers too, you can make what is already a very extensive kit even bigger and get even more uses from it. And all of that he showed you, that 9-piece selection, hundreds and hundreds of individual elements within all of those mega boxes for just £28 if you're platinum, or 36 bucks, represents huge, huge value for money. And don't forget, you've got that code today as well, 5 off, which will get you another £5, $5 off when you spend 30. And as we heard from Rebecca, she's used it and it works on this kit as well. So whack it in. The tip I always say to you is if you're not sure whether you qualify or not, just put it in at checkout. You've got nothing to lose. And if you can get that discount, it will come off. So 5 off. It's only available for today, though, as the second day of our 12 days of Craftsmas. So make sure you get that one used. Do not waste it. And grab this before it disappears as well. I think, how many have we got left now, Johnny? Because they have been flying. There are 35 more chances left to grab that kit. So if you like the look of it, make sure you do grab it. It is a masterclass as well, so please ask any questions, anything else you want to see. I know we've got the liquid watercolours to come on to, we've got the shakers as well, but if there's anything that you want to see, anything you want to ask, feel free to let us know, and we'll do lots more for you when we come back after this short break.
My daily life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. That's, yeah, I can't say that other than body that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. Ben, I love it when we work together, and I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating, and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without stick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally go home normally and then I relax.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come into work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at half. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My life is my phone. Yeah, phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes for the moment. My favourite song is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Welcome back, everybody. How are you? I hope you're well. If you have just joined us, welcome along to Crafters TV. Wednesday, 4th of December. What did everyone get in their advent calendars today? I'm keen to know. Just chocolate, is that it? Jamie just got chocolate. What did you get, Johnny? Oh, chocolate shaped as a gingerbread man. As I told you, I didn't get a. I mean, I got the chocolate one in the green room, but I just got a traditional calendar from my mum this year. You open up a door each day, and it gives you the next little line on the 12 days of Christmas. So it's all right, but Johnny, yeah. No, Johnny, it's brilliant. Thanks, Mum, if you're watching. She's not watching. You've got. What did you get today in yours? Yankee Candle one.
I may have had an extra 5-10 minutes in bed, and it was a little bit of a rush to get out the door because I had to have my car in the garage for 10 o'clock this morning, so I actually forgot to open it.
Oh, so you have a nice surprise later.
So it'd be nice. I know at least I'm going to get a white chocolate in one, because that's one, and I'm going to get a lovely Yankee Candle in the other, because it's Yankee Candle.
All right, for some, isn't it, eh? How big is the Yankee Candle one then? Is it like...
It's about, I would say, so it's about that size.
Yeah.
the size here.
Oh, what, the candles like that?
That size, and then it's about that thick, and it opens up like a book. And half of them are little tea lights. In the door one, you've got a little glass, little votive holder, and that holds the tea light. And then the other half, you've got the actual glass jar, the wee little mini votive one. So yeah.
Get advent calendars for all sorts nowadays, can't you see?
Do.
Lots of people loving the decoupage, loads of people loving the demos on that kit. You need to get that sooner rather than later though, because a lot more of you did check it out during that break. We've just got about 30 of those left now, so please do be quick. We wanted to move on to other bits on the show though. Our liquid watercolours that Craig is going to have a play with in just a few moments time. You're going to get, if you go for the complete collection, the 2 sets. So it's actually 2 boxes of 6 lots of your watercolours. These are absolutely brilliant. What you get is a little bottle of each of the colours that you're seeing there. Each has got a little dropper, if you like, so you can simply use that to pop the colours onto your watercolour card and just have a lot of fun with these. You know, you can drop them straight onto your card, you can pop them onto your glass mat, paint them that way. Just a lovely set of really super vibrant colours to do all of your watercolour techniques with. This one here is your colour inspiration. So those 6 colours come in one box. So you've got your catkin green. What a lovely word that is, catkin.
Catkin. Catkin coal.
Catkin coal. Catkin coal. Tickle me. Seaweed aqua, night blue, a clematis violet, poppy red, and persimmon orange. And then your colour essentials kit is the licorice black. Do you like licorice?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Storm blue, lightning blue, elderberry purple, magenta rose, and sunflower yellow. So all of those you get in that set. If you just want either the colour essentials or the colour inspirations as an individual item, you can. But if you get them both together, you make the biggest savings. So that is platinum 3038 or 37.92. But is it? No, it is not. Because if you use your code 5 off, you'll get that for 25.38 or 32.92, which is blooming marvellous, isn't it? Only for today though. Need to use whatever the deal is each day of the 12 days of Craftmas. No point waiting tomorrow to do it, because you won't get it. It's like if you didn't get your triple points yesterday, too late. 5 are off today when you spend 30. It is a good one today. I think, you know, extra points is nice, but I think we prefer the money. I think I do. Points or money off. Money off's better, isn't it? Money off is better. We've also got the Christmas sentiment dies too. These are brilliant. 6 sets that you're going to get right here. 2 dies within each set to give you the base, if you like, and then the die to be able to create that overlay to make these really stand out. So you can choose a different card stock that you want to work with. You know, maybe you're popping like a really funky sort of sparkly glitter card underneath, or maybe some mirror card and sort of a plain colour on top. However you want to do it. You can use these separate of each other as well if you wanted to, but working together, they create that really, really cool effect. We've just done them in black and white on the board for you, but you know, you can be as creative as you like. The sentiments that you are going to get, remember the 2 dies in each set. So you've got Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. You've got Joyeux Noël, which I think is always quite nice. You have got Peace on Earth. You've got Happy Holidays, Happy Holidays. I think that one, particularly for our US friends, will be one which is used quite a lot. We don't really tend to say that, do we, in the UK? Happy Holidays?
No, but if we don't include it, then us here in the UK, there's an uproar, because we do like to have Happy Holidays in our range. Yeah.
And I think quite nice as well for people who don't celebrate Christmas, if you just want to wish someone a happy
holidays.
Whatever your religion, that is a useful one.
Or maybe you know someone that's going to Tenerife for the week and you just want to spend a little bit of time, make them a card saying happy holidays.
Maybe you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 11 a reef, where you go to, as Nicola said yesterday. That's so funny. That's one of the funniest things that Nicola's ever said in a live show. She's like, if you tell Craig you've been to Tenerife, he's been to 11 a reef. She was. I think Nicola started the sass yesterday, actually. I don't know where that came from. I think it was tiredness.
I think it was.
You've got Season's Greetings as well, which again is a really super handy sentiment to have. And then, last but by no means least, the traditional one that everyone will use. Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho. £40 or $52 bucks is the price on that if you're platinum. Again, use your 5 off code. That's £35 or $47 if you are a platinum member. Represents really great value for money. Kirsty Lee says, I love the smell of licorice, but really don't like the taste. I'm just not a big licorice fan either way. Right, so the reason I showed you both of those there, the liquid watercolours and those dyes, is because Craig is going to do a little bit of playing with both of them. Again, I will just remind you, masterclass, questions, requests, let us know. It's over to you, but if you don't, Craig's just going to keep playing, aren't you?
I am indeed, yeah, and that's what we're going to do here. I've got a bit of watercolour card, 5 3/4 by 3 3/4. I've taken, of course, my masking tape, stencil tape, and what I've done is I'm just running it round that outer edge. Now I'm going to use the sunflower yellow, but I thought just a moment ago, before we do that, let's bring in that stamp set from the Home for Holidays. And let's go in with, let's go in just with these little kind of holly sprigs here. Let's just take that one off. Now, because I'm going to go over with the liquid watercolours, it's liquid, it's water-based, I need to make sure that I'm going to use my waterproof ink pad. Now, you can take your stamping blocks, your stamping platforms. I find it easier, size like this, to use just a little acrylic block. And then what we're going to do, Ben, is we're just going to ink it up, and then we're going to do what I like to do and just create a little bit of a background, but always remember and stamp off the edge, because it looks really, really cool.
And as we can see here, you're going quickly, so don't worry about stamping off the edge. You're not being precise at all, are you?
Nope.
No. Imprecise is better.
That's it. And what I'm actually doing is I am making sure that I'm going over that edge. It's just a little bit more natural. So if we just work our way, let's go in at different angles as well. Don't worry about the pressure. So if maybe you're a little bit light, maybe you've missed some bits, that's absolutely fine. And then what we can do is I'll clean that after. You've got these tiny little holly berries. So we're just going to do the same. So we're just going to infill there, like so. And it's just adding a little bit of a detail. Some of this is going to be covered up when it comes to our expression die, but still it's nice just to have something there in the background. You're just as well filling that whole space. Although this middle bit they'll be covered, you're just as well filling that whole space, because then it looks natural once you start to then layer it all up.
Yeah.
Right, I'm happy with that. So let's pop that one out the way here. And then we're going to keep it simple. We're going to do a little bit of a wash. My colour layers are dark red and black, so we're going to give that a little bit of a pop with the bright yellow, which is, of course, the sunflower yellow. These have all got their own little pipettes in them, so you don't even need to worry about purchasing little pipettes from, you know, the 24-hour website, you know, that.
What one do you mean?
The Prime one. He's just said it, eh?
The Prime one?
The Prime one.
Oh, yeah.
Although most things are like 48 hours now, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah, usually. I don't always do the next day. It's like the day after.
I find that this time of the year things tend to be slower, but that's obviously because a lot more people are ordering.
Do you know what's funny? Because Johnny will know. Right next to me in my town in Spenny, there is a humongous, and I mean humongous, Amazon distribution centre.
Is that behind your house?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just like round the corner for it. And it's like, oh my gosh. You're like, sometimes I expect it, you know, that day. Do you know what I mean? I'll just nip round and pick it up.
Yeah, you should do that.
There's one in Darlow as well, yeah.
Ring them up, go, hello, please can I come and pick
just
up
here.
Yes, I'm just literally around the corner.
Just here, just to pick it up. So
no word of a lie, and I know I always say this and no one believes me. So in Milton Keynes, near where I used to live, I don't exactly know where the Amazon hub is there, but they have Amazon robots.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, little robots that because Milton Keynes is it's kind of built how can I put it, very American. It's built in blocks,
right?
And they have these robots that you just see them going up and down the pavements, up and down the sidewalks, and they deliver to people's houses. It's unbelievable to see. As you're driving by, you'll just see these little buggies going along with the antennae like flashing away, and they send the parcels to people's houses that way.
That's amazing.
And I think it's amazing, but this tells you a lot about what I think about like humanity in general. But it amazes me that people don't like pick them up and move them, or like, turn them in the wrong direction and stuff.
No, I get that. I get that.
But Johnny says, I bet they do. But yeah, no, you see them in Milton Keynes.
They're a way to try drones, aren't they?
Yeah, I heard that.
I think they've trialled them in a specific town somewhere in the UK.
Yeah.
But just obviously with smaller parcel. But it just means that said item, you know, you can order, and I think by drone it's there in a couple of hours or something.
Wouldn't you be worried about, though, getting your parcel by drone? Because I panic, like, you know, when the delivery guy comes around thinking he's going to chuck it over the fence or throw it in a bin or something if I'm not there. Like,
Yeah.
Can you imagine a drone, like, accidentally dropping it from 100 feet or something?
Yeah,
You've ordered something fragile.
For me, it would be like, have you seen, you know, obviously the Santa Claus movies with Tim Allen?
Yeah.
Have you seen the 2 series
No.
that are on? Last year was season 2, the year before was the first season. And kind of a small part of the storyline is someone taking over from Santa and they start using drones.
Yeah.
As a way to actually deliver the presents instead of Santa. And I'm like, I could just picture that. I could picture that being this day and age, you know, with the drones delivering presents.
Hey, if you're an avid viewer of Postman Pat, you'll know that that's what he was doing in the later series. Postman
he?
Pat, yeah, delivering stuff by drones. Yeah, he had like drones. Postman Pat in the later episodes when I was watching with my kids, he had a 4x4 and all sorts. Yeah, he had an off-road bike, 4x4. He had a train there as well. Back in my day, just had his cat Jess.
That's it.
And his van. And that's
That
all
was
he
it.
needed.
Small little town.
Yeah, in Greendale.
Yeah.
With his mate, Ted Glenn. Hey up, Pat.
Wasn't much at all.
And he'd just go around, wouldn't he? Humming his little tune. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Did you have Postman Pat in the US? Is that something that made it over the pond? Great show. I want to know. I loved Postman Pat. It's one of those shows that I would still sit and watch now. On my own at 45. Yeah.
Yeah, I could never say I was more Fireman Sam than Postman Pat.
I love Fireman Sam as well.
Yeah.
Sam is there on time. Norman Price.
Loved it.
Oh, Mum. Get rid of Norman Price out of Pontypandy. They'd solve half the problems there, wouldn't they? It was always Norman, wasn't it? It was always Norman, starting a fire or causing, like, you know, a ruckus.
Yeah, always.
The bane of Sam's life, wasn't he, Norman?
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Lot of fun.
Pat's got a helicopter, apparently, says Rach as well, yeah.
Okay.
Helen says, Ben, my friend and I went on a med cruise and the robots went around and the staff put the empty plates and dishes on them and the robots went back to the kitchens.
Oh.
They're taking over.
They are.
The robots are everywhere.
Big time. Big time. Interesting, isn't it? Interesting, you know, what could be happening in the future.
They'll have robots doing this and robots crafting over there. Will be surplus to requirements.
Either that or AI.
They already have AI presenters, don't they? And AI voiceovers. Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell the company that, Ben.
Oh, no, can you imagine?
Can you imagine that? Imagine that, yeah, me and you, AI.
Hello, welcome to the show. Here is Craig doing a demo. He's using the mini, Go plates again.
I am
Are these still in
indeed.
stock? We sold hundreds of these the other week, didn't we?
I'm not surprised. Because I just love them, hence why I use them. Of course, the die fits on the Gemini Go plates.
We've got the cutting plate, metal plate, and the plastic shim available if you want to grab
Awesome.
those. Work obviously in your Go, and as Craig has just demonstrated, in your Gemini 2, because they are read by the sensors.
They do indeed, yeah. Don't use them in your Junior.
Oh yeah, because people were saying, can we turn them sideways? But we thought they might get stuck, didn't we?
They'll get stuck because of the actual aperture of the mouth. Yes, they would fit in sideways, but of course when you put them in, you're putting them in so far before the sensor hits. So if they stick, or they don't hit the sensor, you can't get them out. So don't put them in your Gemini Junior. Just keep them for either your Go, if you've got the Go machine, or keep it for your G2, like I do.
At Arizona State University, says Laurie, there are little robots that deliver food orders from local restaurants in the campus vicinity. It's crazy. They go across streets at crosswalks and everything. That's amazing.
That is amazing, actually, yeah.
Stonewall says, I love
Fascinating.
Postman Pat. I don't think they have it in the US. I grew up in the UK, but I live here in Florida now. I wish my kids had a chance to watch Postman Pat. It was one of the best.
Yeah.
And Catherine Bennett says, I loved it in Fireman Sam when naughty Norman Price went fishing in a pond and caught a plug and the pond emptied. Brilliant.
So good.
Such good shows back. They don't make them like they used to, do
They
they?
don't. You know something funny you saying that? I just seen it on Facebook yesterday. In the UK, the Disney Channel is a way to stop. I think it's the end of this month. I think it's been going 27 years, I think it said.
Disney Channel
Disney Channel.
on Sky?
On Sky, yeah.
What do you mean? What-
Disney Channel as such. Not Disney Plus.
Ah.
Disney Channel.
What, because of Disney Plus?
I presume so, yeah. Everything's on Disney Plus now, and all the new kiddie shows, they also go direct to Disney Plus now. Because I remember, you know, the original Disney Channel,
Yeah.
Boy Meets World, then there was Home Improvement,
Oh, yeah.
That's So Raven, Lizzie McGuire, all of those were on the original Disney Channel. Smart Guy. I loved Smart Guy.
Don't know that one.
Do you not?
No.
Tiny little guy, tiny little dude in his early teens, and he was so smart. Obviously, it was a comedy, but really, really smart guy. Hence the name, Smart Guy. Remember all of that. And then you flipped to Nickelodeon, you had Kenan and Kel,
Kenan and
Sabrina
Kel,
the
I used to
Teenage
love that.
Witch, Blossom, yeah.
Oh, was Sabrina on that Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon, yeah.
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 Oh, yeah, Blossom as well.
Blossom as well, which is Sheldon's girlfriend in The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, is that a spin-off of Blossom, is it?
No, but the girl that played
Oh, Blossom.
Blossom
Oh, I see.
plays Sheldon's girlfriend in The Big Bang Theory.
Rachel says, I miss Malcolm in the Middle. Was that a Disney thing as well?
I thought that was Sky One.
Well, I've never
Yeah.
seen it, actually. My sister used to go on about that, Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, I never watched it. Married with Children, that was Sky One.
Married with Children.
Love.
Is that a comedy?
thing. Al Bundy
Oh,
and,
Al Bundy, yes.
and Kate Segal. She was
What was-
in How to Lose a Guy with. That's a film. 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter with Kaylee Cuoco, also from The Big Bang Theory, and John Ritter. He passed away actually in the middle of filming the series. Yeah,
What was
all
the name
of
of
those.
the TV show with John Lithgow in it that was a...
Third Rock from the Sun.
That was it, Third Rock from the Sun. Hey, some good TV shows, weren't there?
Yeah, there was really good ones. And then, of course, going back to kind of what we mentioned, was it yesterday, the day before, with John Lithgow to the original Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously,
Oh, yes,
he's
he was
in
the
that.
bad guy. Well, he was the
Toy maker.
toy maker, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In the Santa Claus the movie.
Yep.
He's a brilliant actor, John Lithgow.
Yes.
Such a good actor, like great at like more serious roles. And like if anyone's seen the TV show Dexter, he plays a really scary villain in series 4 of that. But then on the flip side of that, you've got him in Third Rock from the Sun, and he was also in Bigfoot and the Hendersons.
That's right. He was also in Daddy's Home too.
Was
He
he?
was in that, yeah.
Is that the one with Mark Wahlberg in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and John Cena's in the second one.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
John Cena.
Because that's a Christmas-based film, the second one.
Ah, so can we add that to the list of Christmas watches this year then?
Oh, yeah, you could do, yeah.
Is it funny?
Yeah.
Is it family friendly?
Yeah,
Yes,
oh yeah,
yeah,
uh-huh. Yep,
Ah.
it is indeed.
What's it called? Bad Daddy?
Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home too, that's a different film, Ben.
He was a wrestler, wasn't he?
Big
Oh, no,
Daddy.
that was Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Easy. He used to love Big Daddy.
Yeah, all of these shows.
Helen says, when I was little, it was Watch with Mother, The Wooden Tops, The Flower Pot Men, Bill and Ben and Weed. Weed. Tales of the Riverbank and Andy Pandy. I love Andy Pandy. Andy Pandy's waving goodbye.
I recognise them from my mum telling me about them. That was her era as well.
Muffin the Mule, my
Roundabout.
mum used to go on about as well.
Muffin the Mule.
Muffin the Mule, yeah.
Remember
Watch with
hearing
Mother.
about
Walk down TV memory lane, says Kathy. Just makes me feel my age. Thomas the Tank Engine was a cracker as well. I used to love Thomas.
Yeah, I like Thomas. Thomas was always good. Just all of these shows, all of these kiddie shows. So many good ones. So many questionable ones now, but...
What's that?
So many questionable ones now, but...
Yeah.
Still.
I just loved TV shows back in the day because you could enjoy them, but I always felt they were sort of quite educational, taught you something. Yeah. The Clangers, says Rachel.
Clangers.
Magic Roundabout.
Yeah.
Playdays.
Yeah, played It's the Y Bird Stop.
And Bagpuss as well.
Bagpuss.
Yeah, that was another good one. With the woodpecker, Professor Yaffle.
Remember, was it the Skellingtons in a big house? No, in a big town there was a big Funny Bones.
In a
big town there was a big house, and in the big house there was a big room, and a big that sort of, yeah. Remember that. Remember that really well.
Oh dear.
Oh, reminisce. Right,
years ago.
Last bit. What I'm going to do, Ben, is if I find a little bit of green that I had, and then what I've been using quite a lot, just shortly, one of the demos we're going to do is with the shaker dies.
Oh yeah.
Or the shaker tags, and in it is this tiny little holly. I like that little holly one. I've used it quite often lately. It's really diddy and tiny, but it's so cute. So I thought what we can do, just to finish this off, so all that I've done is just layered them up, created my background. So, you know, my original plan was just to do the background with the yellow, just as a wash on the back. But then that's when I thought, oh, it'd be good to just use some of those stamps from the big bundle from earlier, overlaid with white and gold and done a black drop shadow. And then to finish off, what we're going to do is if I take that holly leaf, and then I'm going to go, let's just go into there, tiny dot of glue, let's pop that there. I'm just going to lift them up, and then what I can also do, I'm going to take the red glitter glue, and if I pop that into there, that's going to come spurting out. I just know it because it's not been used for a while. So let's declog it.
Yeah.
And then let's pop that one into there. There we go. And then that is it. So see how striking the yellow works with the red, the black, the white, and just that little holly with your glitter glue as a little berry in the middle there. Nice way to frame your card, frame your project, and it's a 5x7 side folded card.
Lovely that, isn't it? The liquid watercolours obviously on the show. You get the two-piece complete collection there. Just to remind you of the colours again, if you want the colour essentials, they're both in the deal on the screen, but if you want them individually, that's the colour essentials. So that one is the licorice black, the storm blue and lightning blue. Then you've got the sunflower yellow, which is the one that Craig used for that project, plus the magenta rose, and then your elderberry purple. The colour inspirations is this set, so if you want that individually, which has got your catkin green, your clematis violet, why did I say it like that? Clematis violet, poppy red, seaweed aqua, night blue, and persimmon orange. So 3038 or 3792 platinum, but of course if you use that code 5OFF, you will get that extra £5 or $5 off your shop. Other things on the show that you may have seen on Shop This Show, I'll give you a quick flick through the pads that are always very, very popular indeed. The Winter Forest and Winter Berries. Did we launch these last year? I think we did, didn't we? Or was it this Christmas?
That was this Christmas.
Was it this July?
Yeah, this Christmas.
Oh dear, the days just fly by, don't they? So Winter Forest and then your Winter Berries. Two really beautiful pads actually. What's lovely about this pad is that you have got beautiful, beautiful detail on the A side. All of your stunning florals, snowflakes, you name it, it's there. And again, lots of detail in the background. Then if you want something which is less fussy, you've just got the background itself on the reverse, so you can stamp onto that. Of course, you can stencil onto that. Really nice as well, as you've seen with shows recently, all of our guys actually, making beautiful Christmas bags out of papers like this. So, you know, if you are looking to personalise your gifts this year, beautiful papers to be able to do that. And this is, again, a stunning paper pad with some beautiful winter scenes, done in more of those sort of contemporary colours, if you like, your beautiful blues and whites, very sort of Frozen-esque. Tie this one in with other collections, things like the Jingle All the Way collection with those beautiful bells, you know, mistletoe in here. And again, look at that, just a beautiful, beautiful 12 by 12 piece of paper that you almost could just pop a frame around and stick it in your home as a piece of home decor. But some gorgeous designs in that pad there, as I say, with a bit more of a contemporary feel. And then if you want more of the sort of the reds and the greens, your sort of traditional Christmas, you've got that in your winter berries pad, which again is the same in the fact that you've got beautiful designs on the A side, a little bit more stripped back, allowing you to kind of add and customize those papers more on the reverse. But look at that beautiful page there, all about the snowflakes and the beautiful festive foliage and your Christmas ornaments. You know, again here, bringing in the Christmas bells, bringing in the mistletoe that we were talking about yesterday. Love this piece here with the stripe there, giving that a beautiful effect. And again, if you just want that striped effect with the snowflakes on the back, you've got that with a little bit less clutter. But beautiful red berries in here. Again, more of those Christmas ornaments. Snip into these if you want to. You know, great pads to be fussy cutting into. There, again, beautiful Christmas foliage. You get both of these pads on a brilliant deal today, actually. Love the little Christmas stockings. Again, you might want to snip into those for your projects too. You get both of these for 20 quid or $26.40, which really is super value for money. Normally $29.98, $39.90. And don't forget, if you're popping these into your basket with anything else and that total then goes over the 30 threshold, you have got the opportunity to use that 5 off code to get an extra £5 off your shop. Saw Craig just a minute ago there using some of our glitter glue. We've got a full selection of that available for you too. Now again, all of these are available for you individually, but the best value for money is to go for this bundle, because for $34.95 or $39.75 you would get all of these, but you're getting 25% off today, bringing this down to just £20 or $20 if you're a platinum member. They come in sets of 3 like this. All right, so this one here, I'll show you them on board so you can see them better, but this one is your festive frost, so you get the 3 different colours there. And these, as you've seen with Craig, perfect for embellishments, perfect for your paper projects, mixed media, scrapbooking. If you're looking for ways to be able to just add that final finishing touch, you know, like you see the guys you know, finish off a card or a project maybe with some gems. This is a great way to be able to do that. Instead of just popping your gems down, you can pop down a little bit of glitter glue, because this will set proud for you. So if you want to create like little 3D gems, like this here, that 3-pack of your all that glitters, that beautiful iridescent, you've got the ability to do that. But because each and every one of these comes with a little nozzle, if you like, little fine nib in each of the 20ml bottles, you have got the ability to be quite expressive with these. So if you want to do little swirls like you're seeing on the board there, maybe you want to write a little Christmas message on a tag or something like that, you've got the ability to be able to do that really, really simply with your glitter glue. And as you can see here again, you can pop a little bit more on and it will dry raised if you want to create that beautiful 3D effect. So you get in the 3 bottles of the sparkling ice, which I showed you. In this set, the glittering ballroom, you've got masquerade ball, which is that sparkling black, the golden ribbon, and then that starlight silver. Then you've got this set here, which is called Sparkling Florals. More of your sort of traditional colours in there, because you've got your reds and your greens. So that berry pie is the red. Then you've got that beautiful fresh zest, which is that stunning green. And then you've got the pansy, which is that sort of crafter's purple colour. Then you've got your more, again, contemporary precious pastels. You know, if you were buying the pads to go with this, this is the one I would potentially say that you would use alongside this one here, because you find the colours of that collection will work really nicely with the winter forest. So again, nice the fact that you can combine the deals on this show. That one brings you that beautiful purple, the iris. You've got that stunning winter sky there, which is absolutely beautiful. It's frustrating for me because I'm up above the boards here, and these are much more sparkly to my eye than you're seeing on the screen. It's the lights in the studio. There you go. It gives you a bit more of an idea of the kind of sparkle that you get from the glitter. It really, really does stand out. And then on the end there is the iris, as I say, it's the Lavender Dreams. That one, you can see that slightly paler purple completes that set of precious pastels. And then you've got this last set here, which is your Festive Frost. So again, you get another bottle of that sparkling ice, which you've got a 3-pack of. And then you've got your reds and your greens again there too. So the beautiful red currant in the centre and the Christmas wreath. And this is a great example to show you, look, you can create those beautiful swirls. So if you want to handwrite messages, really easy to do. But look at the different sizes of the little dots we've created here. So if you want bigger embellishments, you can. But if you really do want to go quite small, with little embellishments, once again, you've got the ability to be able to do that. And if you did want to team up once again, think about the Winterberries pad. That would work really, really nicely with the colours that you've got in your Winterberries pad. So lots of reasons to get the glitter glues today. Team them up with pads that you might already have. Working really nice with the Winterberries and the Winter Forest too. And at that price today, goodness me, £20 for all of those glitter glues. That really is a stunning deal. And again, fill up your baskets today. Get over that 30 mark and we'll save you an extra £5 when you use that code. The deal of the show, though, or the deal of the day, I'm going to go as far as to say that has got to be this Home for Christmas selection. We started off with just less than 100 of these. We've now got 20 remaining. It has been very, very busy. That picture there does not show you really exactly how much you get. It's a 9-piece selection, but it's 9 boxes really is what you're getting there. And it's hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of crafty items, from card blanks to envelopes to tags to twine to embellishments to stickers to frames. You name it, it is in there. If you get a chance, go back, watch the start of the show. It took Craig, no word of a lie, but 20 minutes to go through everything that you're going to get there. If we do get a chance towards the end of the show, perhaps we'll ask him just to show us once again the value for money there is insane. It's an £80 or pretty much $100 bundle that you're getting for £28 if you're platinum, $36. But if you're in the States, you're over that 30 threshold, so you can of course use your code 5OFF and bring that down to $31, which is incredible. If you're in the US, just spend another couple of quid and then use that code. The deal of the show, no doubt. 20 more people will get that deal. Everyone else misses out. Once it's gone, it is gone. Keep the comments coming through as well. We've got just over half an hour to go on the show. So anything you want to see, anything you want to ask, please feel free to do so. Ultra says, love your cards, Craig. And Carol says, Craig, watched back yesterday. I have shimmer spray and I never know what to do with them. So thanks for the ideas. Something which we can probably touch on before the end of the show as well with Craig, if we can, because I know we're going to come on to these shaker tags. Janice is interested in the glitter glues, but never knows quite what to do with. So perhaps we could have a look at those towards the end of the show?
Yeah, I've got some finished samples, so we can look at them.
Janice, we'll do that for you. No bother. This is a great deal also. Fun, fun, fun. This is a collection which is just going to put a big smile on your face and certainly put a big smile on the face of the recipients. It's our Christmas shaker tags. They are superb. You've got loads of dies in this set. In fact, 30 dies in total for you to be able to create the really cute little tags here. So all of those dies that you're seeing just here, you can cut out. I think the majority of those as well will go through your smaller machines, which is cool. And then what you can do is build them up to create all of the different designs on the side of the board here. So create a cute little shaker tag stocking. Create a cute little shaker tag Father Christmas. Look at that. You've got a shaker beard. You've also got your shaker bauble. You've got your shaker snowflake there. And then also you've got the beautiful little shaker snow globe. So all of the detail there to be able to pop those tags together. The other nice thing as well on this show, or is it on the later show? Basically, Shop the Day today, we have got your acetate available as well. So if you want to buy more acetate to go with these, to help create that shaker effect, then do jump in and grab it. We've got a buy two, get one free deal on acetate somewhere today on the Shop the Day. But the other thing that you'll need, of course, to create shakers is something to shake. And if you're thinking for £12.80 or $16, there's no way they're going to give me 30 dies and sequins. Well, that's where you're wrong, because we are. We're giving you this lovely bag, 50 grams of your beautiful iridescent sequins as well. So you can pop those in, all of those shakers, and create you've basically got everything that you need there. Once you've popped in your acetate into your basket as well. So £12.80 is a brilliant price. Should be £20, $24 pretty much, £12.80 platinum, or $16 if you're shopping in the US. We'll go over to Craig with these. Well done to Kirsty D, who says, I've just ordered that Home for Christmas collection, 5 off 2. Bargain! Back of the net, that, Kirsty, isn't it? Yes, that's what we like. Make sure you use that code today, but only for today, as it will be a new deal tomorrow. All right, so we'll come on to glitter glues in just a bit. We'll have a look at that collection again as well. But before that, should we shake something?
Let's do it, yeah. So my original concept, Ben, I was going to do black and white because I've seen some people have said in the past they struggle with layering up when it comes to the shaker tags. So I was going to do black and white, and then I thought I may as well just substitute the black for the red, so then therefore we're going to do a Christmas stocking. So that's what we're going to do. So what I'm also going to do, Ben, is I'm going to use one of the 6x6 papers that came within, of course, the Home for Christmas pad.
Yes.
So we're going to use that. Now, Ben, this is going to be the back of my stocking. So although that's like 180 GSM, it's not quite substantial for the back. So what I've done is I've just got a piece of cardstock that is big enough, just white card, and then you can use your tape runner, you can use your adhesive sprays, you can use your double-sided adhesive sheets, or just use your tacky glue. I want to make sure that I've got a really, really nice coverage, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick that down. So now we're going to have a piece of pattern paper that is substantial enough to then be using as the back of our shaker. So we're just going to press that and hold that for a second. So what we're going to do is the actual outline of the stocker. So that's going to be the back of the stocking. So that'll get cut just shortly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these two dies again, and then I'm going to tape these ones down. And just going back on what you said previously, Ben, these do all work within your Gemini Mini or your Gemini Go plates.
Excellent.
So you can do that. So I've already been using the Gemini Go plate, so let's use the Gemini Mini for this. So simply run it through when it comes to the Mini. That's going to give us our outline that we can see here.
Yep.
So I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to take that away. Don't need that inner die. So I'm going to go back to this one now. I'm going to line that one up. Let's tape that down. We're going to run that one through. Originally, I was just going to do a red background and then, of course, use the shaker elements to shake, but I thought let's do a little bit of pattern paper. So we've now got our pattern paper stocking, which that is going to lay over the top.
Yeah.
Really, really cute. So let's take all of these other bits that we've got here. So if I bring in a piece of white card, and we've got this little rectangle, which is actually going to go along the top, and then we've got these two little corners. So these are your heel and your toe. So we're going to tape that down, and then let's just make that a bit smaller. We're then going to come along with that little holly again that I used in the last demo. Let's tape that one down.
Yeah.
Like so. So get that one ready, and then what I'm going to do, a little tip for you here. So this is the little hanging loop that you get included. Now what I'm going to do is I'm taking a bit of white card, because of course that's going to tie in, but even then it can be a little bit flexible for what I'm wanting, because that needs to hold your strip of ribbon for you to use as a tag. So what I do is take whatever coordinated colour of card, tacky glue, and then what I'll do is I'll fold that over, give that a press. So we've now got two layers. For me, it's easier doing it this way, Ben, than cutting two of these little holes and then sticking them together, because they're quite small.
Yeah.
So that will go onto there. So I'm going to snip that to make that smaller, just so that I'm getting all of my dies ready to go. So that one can also get taped down. Going to take another piece of red. This is just now single-sided piece of red cardstock, and that is going to be these tiny little berries. And then what I want, we've got the star die included too, which is what have I done with my star die? It's here. Now, of course, Ben, you could, if you want to, you could use a little bit of yellow card or a little bit of gold card. But if you don't have it, use your alcohol pens.
Yeah.
So this is gold, and I've got a little bit of white cardstock. I'm just going to use the chisel end, and I'm just going to go back and forwards, back and forwards, back and forwards. That's now going to give me my platform to cut out my star. So even if you don't have lots of colour cardstock, use your alcohol pens.
Yeah.
On your watercolour pens, you can do that. And then I've already, you do have, as you were shown, Ben, you've got all of these sequins for your shakers. But what you've also got is you've got a little flower head, you've got little stars, and these tiny, tiny little circles. So what I've done is I've already die cut that out. So that's about 8 die cuts worth here. So you even get your own little shaker dies in there. So let's do one we'll pass through, just so that you can see. And then let's tape that one down here. Now, before we come along and die cut all of these, what we'll also need for this one is a piece of acetate.
Yes.
Now, you can use your die with your metal shim, and then, of course, run your die through. I actually find it easier, Ben, to come along and actually just fussy cut all the way round. And that's all that I'm going to do. I'm going to take my really thin red liner tape, I'm going to go round the edge, add it to my acetate, and then we'll cut it out before we do the die cuts.
My mission this weekend, says Kirsty D, is to make these tags for the presents. I'm looking at making at least one for every family member. I think that'd be a nice idea. I think they're fairly swift to craft with as well, aren't they? They're quite a quick make. You're not really spending a lot of time.
But also, but now your Santa, yes, you're going to be using for Christmas. The snowflake you can use for winter celebrations. If you go onto my Crafter's Companion YouTube channel, just, I think it was at the weekend there, I posted a video where I use this stocking, but I make it for a baby boy. So a little baby boy. I don't do it in blue. Yeah. And then that's great tag for a generic baby boy gift. And then although we say you can do 4 shakers, the stocking, the snow globe, the star and Santa, technically you've got 5 because you've got the little circle. Yeah. So I've done that in pink on that same video, Ben, and I turn it into a baby girl little circle shaker. So you're able to use these throughout the year. So pop these in your basket, check them out. Once we come off live, head across. You'll actually find a link on my Facebook page, and that'll take you across to the video where I make both the baby boy within the stocking and the circle with the girl.
The stocking could also be like a little, you know, because they wear long socks for like football and rugby and stuff, couldn't
Of course
they?
They
could be
could.
on like a sports card.
Yeah.
You know, for kids who play sports.
As if it's a way to kick a ball or something.
Yeah. I mean, you could almost use one of them as the ball, couldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the little circle one. Or the circle one. Yeah.
Yeah. Craig, thank you for the ideas, says Pat. I was trying to think how I would be able to support some thinner paper on a project I would like to do with a box. I have a tendency of overthinking and making it more difficult than it needs to be. Yeah, I think sometimes it's just a case of trying to keep things simple, isn't it, without overdoing it.
Yeah. And I know we do say, you know, most of your pattern papers we say it's not weighty enough, it's not good enough for construction. Well, the way around that, do what I've done. Either pop your tacky glue on the back of your pattern paper and stick it to your white card, or if you've got your double-sided adhesive sheets, stick that to the back of your pattern paper, add it to your cardstock, and then that's how you can turn and enable your pattern papers, Ben, to be used within construction. Yeah.
There's always ways and means, everybody.
Always.
Absolutely.
So there's our stocking with the acetate. And then all that I'm going to do now, Ben, is just cut all these out.
Yeah. And again, as you can see here, Craig's just using like the mini, so you can get a lot on those smaller machines. Great kit again for scrap busting, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look at all these little bits.
Yeah, there you go, see?
Probably bin them.
Yeah.
But these are all going to cut. Remember, that one down there, that is your double. I folded that over on itself. So that's a double layer, and that's going to cut at the same time as all of these ones.
So this is, again, adding kind of credence to that whole thing of, like, never throw away any bit of card.
Never.
Keep it in your bit box or your gubbins box, whatever you call it, because there'll always be a die set where even like the smallest amount of card stock you can die cut. I mean, look at that.
Look at that. You would not think that was your alcohol pen. You would think that was a coloured piece of cardstock. Let's take these ones. So we've got the little berry, the holly sprig here.
Do you tend to, as far as shakers are concerned, prefer using like the sequins that we've got with this set, or do you like using the dies that we've got in this set to create shakers that way?
Usually, I'll use sequins or, you know, shaker components.
Yeah.
Because usually shakers are a bit bigger, but because these are really small and diddy, I find that it looks really, really nice just using the dies that are included.
Ah, okay.
But this specific die, this is a brilliant one, Ben, because, and I've touched upon this a few times, you know, most guys, if we get a handmade card, we don't mind if there's gems or pearls or that on it. But, you know, there's some uncles, there's some granddads maybe out there that aren't maybe a fan of gems and pearls and that. But if you're wanting something, if you're wanting a circle embellishment, then just use your die-cut circles. So where we put maybe the gems or pearls in the corner, just use one of these instead. So it's a great way to be using them as embellishments as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we've got good them. Tips. And then all that I'm going to do, Ben, is you can use your foam on a roll, but you know what I'm like. I prefer our foam pad strips, and these are in the small foam pad bundle.
Right.
And all that I'm going to do is I'm going to use the thinner out the two, because you've got two widths, and we're just going to travel all the way round, and then you can flex it all the way around there, but I do prefer to start from scratch again. The only thing you need to make sure, Ben, is you're joined right up to each other.
Do you prefer this because you've got that thinner foam pad strip as opposed to the foam on a roll?
Yeah, foam on a roll for me is the perfect width. But for a perfect width means you have to get it bang on, so you're not seeing the foam over the edges, whereas our foam pad strips, you've got a few mils give on each side. So it's just my personal preference is these foam pad strips. So like I say, if you're looking for them, both them and the circle foam pads are in the small foam pad bundle that we do.
Good to know. I feel like we had those on a show recently.
I think we did, didn't we?
PB Brewer Martin says, I saw Craig's baby shaker stocking ornament. Adorable. Totes adorbs, Craig.
Ah, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it. It's always nice to show. It's great to buy these for Christmas, but it's also nice to show how you can use them out with. I mean, what I'm doing right now, Ben, you could do exactly what I'm doing, but use blue cardstock, blue pattern paper, and there it is for a baby boy's birthday if you want to, or do pink for the girl, or if you don't know what the sex of the baby's going to be, do it in maybe like a yellow or a mint, something like that. But this is going to go over the top there. So what we need to do, either your shaker sequence, or of course your shaker dies. I'm just going to put a load of these in, and then what we need to do is we just need to get these into the middle here. So we're just wanting to make sure that we've got a nice clean edge all the way around, so it's not blocking our foam.
Yeah.
And what I would highly recommend, if you're using the dies that come with them, Ben, use a double-sided paper or a double-sided card, because then if you're using single-sided, it means you've got pattern on one side, white on the other, and sometimes it's not always very pleasing on the eye. So I would always use your double-sided where it's the same colour or same design. And then once you're happy with the amount that you've got, and you can also mix and match, use some of your die cuts and use some of your sequins.
Yeah.
We're just going to overlay.
And the fuller the better.
The fuller the better. We're going to press that in there. What I'm also going to do, because funny enough I did do this in the tutorials that I've done, I'm going to cut another one of the solid. Now I know, of course, with that pattern paper, Ben, I've done it on white cardstock, so it makes it solid anyway. But just to make it, give it that little bit extra sturdiness, plus what it's also going to do is it's also going to hide our little hoop here. So I'm going to go in with my glue here, like so. I'm just going to pop a little bit, and then I'm going to come along. What I'm going to do, I've just over that edge just slightly. So I'm just going to neaten that up there. Let's go in with that little hoop there.
Cute.
So we're going to just press that for a moment. And if I turn that around, Ben, you know, it looks all right, but it's just a little bit messy with seeing that tab at the top. So we're going to come in with our next one that we've done. That's going to neaten it up, but what it's also going to do is it's going to create extra strength and stability to the little hoop.
Yeah.
Because the glue is going to dry into all of the layers of the card. Let's go in with our tacky glue there and then there. I'm going to use my wax pickup tool to go there. Let's bring that one in to here, like so. I'm then going to come back in with that top part. Let's bring in our foam. So let's pop the circles. Just to say, there's no rhyme, no reason as to why I'm using the circle ones today. It was just, that's what I grabbed to hand earlier on. So in case anyone's thinking, Craig, why are you using the circles today? No specific reason.
Just what was to hand.
Just what was to hand. That can go there. And then last couple of bits, let's pop our bit of glue there. I'm going to add that into here. I'm going to pop another bit of glue. You could add your glitter glue if you want. Let's just pick that up, but we're going to do the berries instead. And then what we can also do, let's just even just go, you know what, let's just go into the middle onto the acetate. Let's add that little star.
Cute.
Thread with some ribbon. You've got your little shaker there. Really cute, really simple. Alternatively, Ben, don't put that on and there's a topper for your card.
Yeah. It's such a cool kit, honestly, and when you consider you're getting 30 dies in total there to be able to make all of those different styles of shaker. And as we've talked about, you know, there's ways of manipulating these so that you can use these for projects year round as well, not just Christmas, but in essence, you have got the Father Christmas shaker, stocking shaker, snow globe shaker, your ornament shaker, and then your snowflake shaker. You've got the dies in there to be able to create your own shaker bits. However, we do give you a bag of your iridescent sequins as well. So you've got plenty of opportunity to shake whatever you want to shake. £12.80 platinum price, $16 if you're shopping in the US and you want to jump in and grab those. We are going to have a quick break, give you opportunity to get checked out. If you're after that Home for Christmas collection, you need to be very quick on that. I think about 15 of those left now. And when we do come back, we will be having a look at those glitter goose, because Janice, I know you were saying, I never know what to do with them. Well, hopefully, Craig will be able to shed some light on the matter right after this short break. We'll meet you back here in 4.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new show up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being with us. What a show this has been. Thanks, Craig, says Karen, for the tips for adding white cardstock to paper to strengthen and using markers to colour white cardstock for needed colour. Yeah, there's always ways around it all, and Craig has been very good with the tips this week. Someone who wanted some tips was Janice Watson. So we've got that brilliant deal, haven't we, on the glitter glue 5-piece collection. So Janice loves the idea of glitter glue, but never quite sure what to do with it. I think the boards demonstrate the kind of ways that you can use it, but how do you use your glitter glue? How are we going to get the best out of it?
So, you know, predominantly I just kind of use mine as an embellishment, so maybe as a substitute to Gems and Pearls, I'll pop, of course, the glitter glues on. Maybe like you've seen me earlier on with the berry, instead of course, doing the die cut, then I'll do the glitter glues instead. But think about your stamps that you've got. You can pop these over your coloured images, whether it's alcohol base or whether it's watercolour base. So think about colouring them in and then going over with the iridescent one, or don't colour them in and just start to go in with your actual coloured glitter glues if you want to. What about doing your overlay? So actually colouring in your die cuts. Now you would need to put a bit of cardstock to the back, but you can do that. You can go in and then just start to colour in your little die cut panels if you want to. What about going over your stencils? So with that one there, it's going over your background that you've created with your ink, put a stencil over the top, and then just put a nice little circular blob on your glass mat or craft mat. Pick it up with a brush pen and just start to brush it in. Always wash your brush straight after. I sometimes just use my finger, dab it, and then put it through the stencil. You can pop it through your stencil. What about doing heat embossing and then just doing that, covering? Used to we're doing little dots within the glitter glue, but actually just cover it, swipe it, and then brush it with your finger or a paintbrush. You can do that if you want to. Here's one where actually used it by going through the stencil. So the same way that you would use a glitter paste, it's not always as capsulated when it comes to the sparkle. Don't get me wrong, the glitter glues are sparkly, but when you put them side by side with your glitter paste, you do notice a difference. A little bit more subtler with your glitter glues, but you can still pop them through your stencils, draw around.
Yep.
What about your die cuts? Die cut, for instance, your butterfly, and then just take your die cut butterfly, Ben, and just spread the glue over, pop it onto a glass mat, craft mat again, pick it up with your finger, a paintbrush, smear it on, let it dry. Going over your die cuts, going in the centre of your flowers, going around the edges. There's another one again, going through your stencils, you can do that. What you can also do, Ben, is maybe you're not quite confident in going direct to your project. A good thing to do, let's have a look, what's the brightest one we've got here? The green. So if I take, let's take, Ben, here we go. So if you take the backing from your foam pads, of course, all your foam pads are going to be finished. But if you're not confident going direct to your project, what you can do is go onto your backing, of your non-stick backing, and then do your little circles, and you can do tiny ones. You can, of course, do your larger ones if you want to, like so. And then just keep going. And then let them dry. Yeah. And then once they're dry, Ben, just start to then pick them up, pop them in maybe a little pot, or if you're going to put them direct to your project, just a little bit of your tacky glue, just add them, let them dry. They're just going to peel off, and then you can add them to your projects that way. So there is so many ways that you can use your glittered glues. I do predominantly, as I say, use them as little embellishments, but yeah, there you go. There's just some of the ways in which you can use them.
Brilliant hints and tips, and then hopefully, Janice, that will sort of point you in the right direction. Great price on these today, as you can see, just £20 or $20 if you're a Platinum member. And don't forget, £30 or $30 will get you that extra 5 off if you're shopping today. You need to use the code 5 off. Part of our 12 days of Craftsmas, day number 2. So yeah, get those deals whilst you can. Use that £5. It's only available today. It may well be, if you're looking to get that cart or basket into the £30 or $30 zone, you're looking for ways to be able to tidy your craft desk nice and quickly. Well, this is the way to be able to do it. Brilliant deal. It's our deal of the day. Our hero tool. It is the desk vacuum. You guys will have seen this a lot, particularly during the summer when we were playing curling with it. That's not the reason that you'll buy it, though. That is not. Although having said that, I have seen comments over the last few weeks of people saying, "Oh yeah, you know, I was buying it just so I could play desktop curling." Yes, brilliant for curling, but also brilliant for cleaning up your desktop. It's battery powered. So the great thing about these is that, you know, no cords, 2 speed settings. Found actually when we were using this over Burton, we were demonstrating it, like the first setting is usually enough to get up most bits and pieces, but if you do need to pick up more troublesome bits and pieces, you've got a second setting on this, both operated by the little button on the front there. Brushes on the bottom too, so this will pick up even more sort of finer debris, things like your glitter. It will pick up no problem at all. And whether you're picking up bits and pieces to chuck in the bin, or maybe you've spilt some of your glitter and you want to put it back in the pot, all you need to do is unscrew the bottom, and then you'll find everything that you've vacuumed up in your vacuum in the bottom there, pour it into the bin, or simply pour it back into the pot. You've got some little accessories in here as well, which is great. So you do get your little brush here. So if you get bits and pieces that get stuck on the inside or clogging it up, you can just simply brush those away with your brush. As I said, battery operated, if you like. So what you've got here is your little lead, so your USB lead. This end here goes into that little slot there. That is your USB end. Of course, if you've got plugs at home, you can pop that into the bottom of a plug, or if you've got those sockets that have the built-in USB port, of course, you can pop that in and charge. But the easiest thing to do, if you've got a Gemini 2, which I know a lot of you have, you can simply use one of the charging ports on the back of your Gemini 2 to charge your vacuum as you go. And then you've also got within this, you've got the packet and you pick this out and you think, what on earth is that? That is just your little extra added attachment which you can pop onto the bottom of your desk vacuum there, just to get into any sort of smaller nooks and crannies. I always use the sort of analogy of cleaning your keyboard, you know, your computer keyboard. You want to get the bits and pieces out of that, should be able to get into those little smaller crevices. But it's a brilliant tool, it really is, and with all of those little added extras there, to get that today for £12.79 or £15.99 is great. What I would also recommend is you get a pair of googly eyes to stick on the front, and feel free to add the people's eyebrow as well, as we did with Vernon, wherever he may be. Great little Christmas gift too. And talking of Christmas, let's have a look at our home for Christmas selection here. How many of these have we got left then, Johnny? Not many at all, I guess, is it? We've got about 15 of these left now. So if you have been umming and ahhing, thinking, shall I, shan't I, now is definitely the time to pick this up. And as we were discussing, Craig, just as we look at the picture here in the final couple of minutes, 9-piece selection, but as you showed us, there are hundreds and hundreds of pieces in that set, aren't there? There's everything we need pretty much to craft away.
Everything is there. So whether it is your card blanks, they are there, of course. Even your adhesives are in there with your foam pads. But you've got stickers for your presents. You've got tags for your presents. The card blanks are there. Decoupages in there. Toppers are there. Twines in there. Washi tapes in there. So when Ben says that everything is literally there for you to craft with, it is. You are not going to use it all this year. You're probably not even going to use it all next year. So whether it's for yourself, maybe you want all of your cards to, of course, just complement each other. That's going to be your theme. It's perfect. Most of the papers, toppers are uncoated, so you can always add your own sort of colour style to it as well. Bring in your dyes, or of course just keep it simple. Maybe it's going to be for the grandkids, maybe it's going to be for your classes that you do, and maybe you're going to be selling them. You can absolutely do that, make and sell. What a cracking price here. Violet Studios, absolutely brilliant. And just have a little bit of a think, Ben. What can you get nowadays for 28 quid or $36?
Wow. I mean, today you can get the deal of the day, as far as I'm concerned. Unbelievable value for money.
Can I just show you again visually, Ben?
Oh, you'll have to be quick.
Just show you exactly that.
Yeah.
It's everything that you're getting.
Yeah.
That is everything. So that's a big stack.
Yeah, it's a bit different to the picture that we showed you, isn't
Exactly,
it? When you see that.
yeah.
Go back to the start of the show when Craig unboxed it. I literally took him about 20 minutes to show every single item within that set. Thank you for a brilliant show, everybody. Hopefully we've answered a few questions, inspired a few of you as well. Hopefully you've picked up some great deals. Use that code 5OFF. It's available for you throughout the day today. We'll be back tonight live at 5, bringing back beautiful beginnings. Got some brilliant bits and pieces to show you there. And in the meantime, Craig and I will be recording some more content for you, which will be happening this coming weekend, actually. We've got another craft-along coming up for you. So looking forward to that. But in the meantime, a massive thank you to you for watching. And until 5 o'clock from Craig and me.
Toodles.